Welcome back. I have one more video yet in me today, so I'm going to do a quick how to adjust valve lash. Since I had this head sitting on the bench and I had the rockers about 3 feet away, I thought, why not? So first thing you're going to need is whatever size socket fits your retaining bolt for your rocker arm. That being said, these are just loose. They should be pretty tight. This particular setup's actually set up with hydraulic lifters, so it's just torque to spec and you're all done with it. But the principle is going to remain the same. Your push rod will be coming up through here underneath the rocker to put tension on the rocker. So you're going to have your bolt, which is right here or behind the camera in this case, that is going to hold tension on your rocker and allow it to lift up not as much or not at all. Once you get your bolt fairly snug, just a little bit of play, you want to spin it till that cylinder is at top dead center. That bolt's bottomed out, so that's as far as I'm getting here, but we can still give you the example. You want to spin it till that cylinder is at top dead center. You can do that by pulling your spark plug out, putting your finger over that port, and turning the engine. Once you feel air come out, you know you're coming up on top dead center, and at that point, you just keep spinning it till your valve is completely closed. Best way to tell when it's completely closed is the rocker arm is going to be let up upon. The push rod is going to go down into the head. So the rocker arm you'll watch it if you have it snug. You'll watch it as it comes up on top dead center. It's going to be in the up position and it's going to slowly go back down. Once it stops moving, you're close enough, everything will work. So once it stops moving, you need to adjust your valve lash. I usually say, okay, it stopped. Go just a smidge more, a hair more, a tad bit more, whatever term you want to use. Very, very tiny, minuscule amount. And then you're at the point where you can adjust your lash. Now we have a feeler gauge here. You can see the different markings on there, 15 thousandths, 0.381 millimeter, 13 thousandths, 0.330 millimeter. We're going to use, for this example, we're going to use 13 thousandths. So what you do is you pull out just your 13 thousandths and you get it ready by having just that single feeler gauge out. Now, next step is to adjust your valve lash. You take your feeler gauge, you put it in, and you tighten this bolt down. This one here would be for this valve, which is currently missing. If you tighten this bolt down, right when you start to get pressure and you can't move that feeler gauge anymore, you've hit that point where your lash is good. If you can't easily move it, you go ahead and pull it out and your lash is set. Basic, simple how-to. You can put more or less preload on it to get different results out of the engine and its performance. However, basic 101 is put the feeler gauge in. After you're at top dead center, you put the feeler gauge in, tighten the bolt down, and as you're moving the feeler gauge, once it doesn't move anymore with easy effort, and I'm being really lenient here with easy, let's call it super easy effort. Once it doesn't freely slide, you're good enough. You're at your 13 thousandths lash. If you go any further, you're actually going to have the wrong lash. Then you pull the feeler gauge out and your lash is set. Any further questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Thank you for watching.